Here we go. And here with Oak Hill's Adam Long. Adam, first of all, it's June ball. You were a middle linebacker and a guard last year. Where are you? You got a new coach. Where do you see yourself fitting in this year, and how's the team look so far? First of all, where do you see yourself fitting in?
Probably more defensive side of the ball. Linebacker somewhere like that, maybe even defensive end, but linebacker sounds good. More like defensive specialist.
How's the team looking? I mean, you're a guy from last year. You got a new coach. Is it all about relearning things now?
It is. It is. It's a different offense, but I think the guys are really grasping onto it pretty quick. So I think we'll do good.
Defensively, for you, is it pretty much the same? If you're playing linebacker, it's pretty much attack the ball.
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Is that your mentality when you're...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You and I think Champion were guys who were on that line last year.
Yep.
How does it help you having the line back? I mean, Oak Hill's had lines years where they have the lines that are coming back. Seems like they generally, obviously, and as most teams do, play better. Is there more cohesiveness there, or is it kind of like starting over again with a whole new scheme?
Yeah, we're doing inside zone, which it's pretty easy to learn, honestly. I mean, I'm not on the line this year, but I just hearing the plays, I've got a whole.
Where are you going to play on offense, you think?
It's a good question. Probably, somewhere in the depth charts of running back somewhere, or maybe even line still.
So you go from line to playing running back. What's that?
Whole different world. I've never done it before, but I've besides middle school a couple times, I talked coach into letting me run it, but
I think all linemen want to run it. Do you feel?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel comfortable doing that, or is it kind of like you said? It's a whole new world.
It is. It's different. It is.
You haven't had to have the contact part of running the ball yet. Do you think when push comes to shove, you may end up back on the line as a guard, or do you want? A lot of guys say, "Yeah, look, I relish the chance to run the ball. If you want to give it to me, give it to me."
Yeah. Our line it doesn't have the depth as it did last year, but we do have depth nonetheless. But I don't really see myself going to the line. I mean, if I do, great.
So you figured to be in the backfield with Moritz and those guys and guys like that in the backfield?
If I can get back there, yeah, maybe even fullback, or if we got an H back somewhere like that.
I think mainly then you're going to be you're going to be playing defense, and if you can play offense and help out, then that's good too.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the way?
Yeah.
The mindset.
Yeah,
there?
more defense. If I can get a hold and lead a defense, I'll do it.
You're playing 3A ball, and that's obviously the highest you can play. How tough is it for you to find a way to defensively to stop teams like? Well, I think East had a lot of in Woodrow, a lot of running back. They had depth there. East had Ian Klein. How do you guys prepare yourself, being kind of an undersized defense, to play that type of competition?
Film really helps, genuinely, and we do that every single day. We go in there for about an hour, we watch film. That's a big part of it. It's just going over, reading a defense, and formation recognition is a big one.
Right. Now, you told me before we started you work at Fayette Awning, so just talk about that job, what you're doing there. You told me you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, just to get ready. Yeah, just to get ready. Well, I start at 7. It's a great job. Absolutely. I mean, I thought I knew just about it all, but if somebody will come to the store, ask for something, I might not even know what it is. Learn something every single day.
And you told me you get to work around tools, and that's big for you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I asked you this before too. What's the coolest thing you ever built? And you said
doghouse.
Talk about that doghouse you built.
Well, it's started with a piece of plywood. Well, I have my dad and my brother, which Coach Long, Rob Long's my dad. We started with that, and then we built it up. It's pretty good size, about 5 by 3, pretty good size. And he let me just kind of stand there, let me drill a little bit, and I was about 11 at the time, and that's when I genuinely thought, hey, I could probably do something with this. So
that's kind of when you fell in love with doing it.
Yeah.
And it still remains one of the coolest jobs you've worked on to date.
Yeah. Honestly.
So your dad's a coach too.
Yeah.
You play for him here.
Yep. Ever since I was little. Since I was 3 years old, he's been there on that sideline.
What's that like? I mean, you guys must have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of people that it hurts them having a dad as a coach, but I mean, it's hard to explain. Some people, it hurts them by having a dad as a coach by just putting them out there and expecting too much of them. But my dad, he pushes me more than anyone, and that's the great thing about having a dad as a coach. There's no one out there that will want to. There's no one out there here. Let me word it like this: there's no one out there that wants you better than them besides your dad, and that's how I view my dad. I mean, he stays on me. He stays on me like crazy.
But trying to
I
make
love
you
it.
better.
Absolutely.
You love it.
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you feel about you moving to the backfield?
He hasn't really said much, but I mean, I've done it. Well, I haven't done it before, but I've had the ball in my hands before. But
All right. Hey, Adam, I appreciate the time, and let's take a look at that doghouse one of these days.
all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yes, sir.